Alright, real fast. I'm sick while recording this, so that's why my voice sounds like this. Other than that, let's get on to the video. God, the ass is so bad, isn't it? I definitely only hate the show because there's queer characters in it and Luzer's not white, even though I'm black myself, dickhead. Honestly, animation has peaked after Gravity Falls. If anyone disagrees, then why do all the other shows copy it? It must mean it's superior, right? Hell, we saw what happened when the people that worked on Gravity Falls tried to make a clone of it without the help of Alex Hirsch. So what's the point of even making a new show of the same people? There's no way it will be good, right? I really had high hopes going into this show, especially when I heard the people who worked on Gravity Falls were making this one too, and God was I impressed. Fuck. Amphibia is another cartoon released in the modern era that doesn't have enough people talking about it, especially when the second season ended and a bunch of people are talking about the Owl House instead. Which is a clearly worse show, don't even at me! And since my Owl House vid, oh my god, that's so fucking hard to say. From now on I'm calling the Owl House. Gravity Falls but directed by SJ Toe. That's what I'll be calling the Owl House. Oh, for the Owl House. From now on. Because the show fucking stinks. Anyway, this little video essay will only be covering the first season of Amphibia, so I don't have a lot of those Toe fans saying that I'm being unfair. Honestly, Amphibia is probably one of my favourite cartoons of the last decade, simply for the fact that it takes what other Disney shows have done and did it better, allowing it to be its own show instead of being Harry Fool's Academia. Amphibia begins with the MC Anne, who is voiced by the best character in the Sweet Love series by the way, being transported to another world. Oh god damn it! Yes, I know, getting isekai isn't original, but hear me out. With most of these isekais, the MC just ends up living in a world run by humans, or whatever placeholder name they're using. I mean, they're basically just humans with pointy ears. Amphibia actually does something unique by having the main race being frogs! And also toads. From just this little description, it's already better than the Owl House, in my objectively correct opinion. Have you not seen my hoodie? But we haven't even started talking about the... Before I talk about one of the best characters in the show, first we're going to be talking about my main fucking man, Sprig. And oh my god, his friendship with Anne is just so human, it makes me want to cry. The writers for the show know that Sprig is infinitely better when he's with Anne or his sister Poppy, since on his own he's pretty boring. Now I know that might not make sense, but hear me out. Sprig's main thing in season 1 is the fact that he doesn't really have friends until Anne shows up and is constantly trying to impress her in order to keep their friendship. And god, if that's not relatable as hell. I just love how he's Anne's first second real second real friend to show Anne what a healthy relationship looks like. For example, his first meeting of Aang choosing to... I said Aang, Jesus fucking Christ. I was on a roll. I was on a roll. Then I messed it all up. For example, his first meeting of Anne choosing to save her without even knowing anything about her. Do you really think that bitch Sasha would... Later, oranges. Later. Along with that, Sprig doesn't just go along with everything Anne says like a lot of other characters. Wink wink. Hell, sometimes he's intentionally going against Anne just because he thinks that he knows better. And honestly, that's more of a real friendship than any of the other shit, and I can't help but love his character for that. Then there's Hot Pop, which at first I thought he was going to be another Grunkle Stan ripoff, but he's actually his own character. He doesn't have a secret sibling that he had a falling out with, no shitty saw where he sells shit garbage to people that are just stupid, and he's actually a good parental figure. People in my original Toe video tried to defend it by saying the two shows share ideas because Dana Terrace worked on Gravity Falls. But so did Matt Braley. I think that's how you say it. Matt Braley? Matt Braley? And he managed to keep his characters and show pretty original. I don't understand how everyone could just, praise a show for its original ideas when there isn't a single original idea in the entire show. Fuck, they couldn't even make their own unique outro. Let me guess, Dana worked on Star Vs too? Oh, wait a minute. She fucking didn't. People just keep coming up with excuses for why people just can plagiarize each other in the fucking industry because everybody's unoriginal trying to copy Gravity Falls. Hot Pop and Sprig aren't the only good characters though. Almost all of the side characters are likable, and them going from here and Anne, I almost said Aang again by the way, them going from here and Anne to accepting her really did feel natural and a big payoff at the end of the season. Amphibia isn't just good at making likable supporting characters either. The show's great at making hateable villains too. Shas is a great example of this because she's just not a mustache twirling villain. She's a bitch. She's such an awful person, manipulating her two friends all the damn time, like fucking pressuring Anne into skipping her parents' birthday party, getting Anne to literally commit crimes, being completely okay with sacrificing a bunch of innocent frogs just for the chance to get home, and the worst thing she did, getting Anne to steal the Calamity books that ended up sending them to in the first place. She's so easy to hate, and I kind of love that. The entire purpose of a villain is to get you to hate them, and I hated her ever since I saw a backstory in episode 19. What I shouldn't be doing is hating the protagonist, who I'm supposed to relate to like I do with Luke.
Don't you dare talk about
my favorite character
ever.
After shit Sasha does, I can definitely see Luz doing. Let's look at one of my main reasons for hating Luz. The scene in the last episode. Luz sacrifices everything she's ever known just to save people she's known for about a month. Does anyone tell her she's a dumbass for doing this? Does anyone take a second to self-reflect on what she's just done? As there's no way she's gonna be able to communicate with her mum? Fucking course not. She doesn't even, no, actually, that's not true. I was about to say she doesn't acknowledge it at all, but that would be a lie. She actually acknowledges it for 15 seconds, and I'm not making that up. I counted. It doesn't help that everything seems to magically go her way, making her even less relatable. Honestly, the only reasonable trait Luz has with me is that we're both minorities. Speaking of minorities, Anne is one of the best main characters since... When did Benton come out again? Since the show's aired, Anne has never really become one of those cliche Mabel copies we've been getting recently. As we saw in the first few episodes, her friendship with Sasha was definitely blinding her to what a real relationship could be like.
Look, if a friend likes a pencil case, you get it for them. If your friend likes your new shoes, you give them to her. And if a friend wants you to steal a crazy music box from a thrift store, even if you really don't want to, you do it, okay?
In episode 20, Sasha shows just how much of a villain she is for the way she treated her friend, who she has apparently been friends with since kindergarten. Is it kindergarten or kindergarten? I actually don't know. I don't live in America. We don't have that. We have nursery and reception because they're easy to pronounce. Anyways, but there's another reason the show has a good villain. She got exactly what was coming to her.
That wasn't so hard, was it? What the heck?
For someone who's Anne's best friend, you sure don't know her very well. She's brave, she's smart, and most of all, she's not gonna be pushed around by a bully like you.
World building. So I got a comment on my vid that basically said everything I was going to say, but infinitely better. I did ask for permission, so thanks man and or gal for letting me use your comment. Here's the image down here. If I don't put an image, it was too big and I couldn't screenshot it. I really did want to make this video before my video, my Owl House vid hit over 1,000 views, but I'm slow as a fucking snail, so it didn't happen. But yeah, the video's out. Thanks for the support on the Owl House video. Please subscribe and watch my other videos too. I don't have to keep putting the Owl House is bad in my titles to get views. It's pretty shit.